Number 9, P of t equals 1800 times 1.02 to the power of t. The function P gives the estimated number of marine mammals in a certain area, where t is the number of years since a study began. Okay, so this function P of t, if I do the math, boom, 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 I'm going to write the whole thing out. Similar to the previous one, we were talking about evaluating functions. So this one says if I pick a number t, and I haven't written down yet what t means, I'm just looking at this first part, p, this function p, if I plug in a number for t and I do all this math, I am going to get the estimated number of marine mammals in an area. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. That p of t is meaning the estimated number of marine mammals, M&Ms. Okay, and then t says is the number of years since the study began. Okay, so t for time, I'm thinking. Weren't they creative? Number of years since the beginning of the study, since the beginning of time. No, since the beginning of the study. Since the beg. No, since the beginning. Let me write it all out. That looked weird. Since the beg. Since the beginning. How many years it's been. Now their question is, what is the best interpretation of P of 0 equals 1800 in this context? Anytime you see what is the best interpretation, you're going to have to read, or you should read, I would recommend you read all 4 of the options. And be aware that when they ask for the best, you may find more than one that could fit. And again, you want the bestest. You want the one that works the best in this best interpretation here. That fits the best. Okay, so what I like to do in these cases is I like to come up with my own definition of what P of 0 equals 800 would mean. And then I'll see which of these 4 answers is the closest match to what I've already decided the answer is. Sometimes I recommend looking at the answers first, but a lot of times these are so similarly worded that it can be confusing because they're so close that you can very easily misread them and get the wrong answer, and we don't want that. So I'm going to come up with my answer first and then see which one matches it. All right, so let's look at what we have. I've got P of t, I have my equation, and I'm told that if I plug in a number for t and I do this math, I get the estimated number of marine mammals in that number of years since the beginning, t. And the one we're looking at is P of 0 equals 1800, etc. So t is 0, so that means 0 years since the beginning. Well, if it's 0 years since the beginning, it's the beginning, right? When t is 0, this study hasn't begun yet. It's right at the first point. So it is the beginning. The start. I should have just written start instead of slowly, ponderously writing beginning every time. Since the start, it is the first year, the first moment. They haven't really started tracking the change yet. They've just started. And in that 0, and they did the math, they got 1800. Well, what did it say up here is when you get the math and you get a number, what that number is. It said that number is the estimated number of marine mammals. Okay, so at the beginning, the estimated number of marine mammals was 1800. So that's my hypothesis. I think that this equation, P of 0, or this statement that P of 0 equals 1800, means that at the very beginning, before they even started doing anything, there were 1800 marine mammals. All right, so let's look at their options and see which of those is the closest to that. A, the estimated number of marine mammals in the area was 102 when the study began. Nope, not that one. We think it was 1800 when the study began. B, the estimated number of marine mammals in the area was 1800 when the study began. Oh, that looks like it. But again, this is a best one. So let's look at C and D just to make absolutely sure that neither of those is better than the one I've just found. C, the estimated number of marine mammals in the year increased by 102 each year during the study. Now, I'm not going to do the math here, because it's not necessary to this question. But saying increased by 102 each year, this is an exponential function. It's not going to be increasing by 102, a flat rate each year. That would be a linear equation. It's increasing by like a set step up each time. This is an exponential function. So it's increasing by a percent. This represents a percent of a 2% increase each year. That's what that 02 means. So this is not a good answer. Even if they said increased by 102 the first year or the second year or something like that, you wouldn't have to do the math to determine whether that was right, because they weren't saying, is this fact true that it increased by 102 in a given year or each year? The question wasn't that. The question is, what does this mean? You know, this equation right here, and this equation right here saying P of 0 equals 1800 has no relationship whatsoever to a yearly increase. No. So that one's out. Let's look at D. The estimated number of marine mammals in the area increased by 1,800 each year during the study. Again, that's a flat rate increase. That would be a linear increase where it's just going straight up. It's linear. It's steady. This is exponential. It's increasing by 2% each year. It's going to go up like that. So no, this does not represent this equation in general, and it certainly does not represent this statement that P of 0 is 1800. I keep talking about the best wording up here, and it's because I really want you to pay attention to that when it says the best interpretation. They were pretty kind in this one in that only one of these is actually accurate. The other three are not. A lot of times when they say the best, there will be two in there. Generally not three. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen three. I don't think so. But a lot of times there will be two that are correct, but one is better. So for example, this one might have done a correct statement by saying this is going to increase, this population increased by so many mammals in the first year. And if you did the math, you go, wait, it did increase by that many mammals in the first year. What do I do? They're both right. When that happens, when that kind of thing happens, you want to go back to the question. In this case, it was asking what P of 0 equals 1800 means, not what are some true statements about this equation. That's where they'll get you. So yeah, be careful on those when it says best, because you could have two options. But this one, they were kind of nice. It's rare. It happens. B is the only one that is absolutely true, and it is our answer. Hey guys, head over to my new site, mathwithalyssa.com, to get your free 10-video course of SAT tips and tricks. It covers things like how to make a study plan that's perfect for you, how to pace yourself during the test to get maximum points, and so much more. I'm super excited to get this out to you guys, and a lot more SAT prep help is coming for you in the weeks ahead. Again, that is mathwithalyssa.com. And if you liked the video you just watched, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.